Yeah. So on this Bioprop, you said there is a second one that you were telling me.
Yes.
After doing the
planting,
inoculation, the inoculation,
yes,
without any other addition.
Yes.
You said at some stage you will now use the
What
kind
we
of
call a
foliar
booster. Yes.
booster.
Yes.
Did you do it for this one?
Yes, exactly. Now there is a difference between top dressing and our application of what we call the booster. But before I get to do that,
Yes.
let me be very, very candid
Yes.
with the excitement we are having today.
Yeah.
The maize that you are seeing here
Yes.
is maize that primarily has been applied a fertilizer we call Bioprop FHB.
Yes.
This fertilizer is currently under production with a company called Ancient Bioorganics Limited. I'm actually the managing director of the company.
Yes.
I'm happy to let the viewers know that this is how the crop will look like if you apply the right fertilizer at the right stage.
Yeah.
Because crop management is really an issue. If you can't do the right thing with the right applications, then you have an issue to come. So the two fields that you're seeing here, this other one, you show the camera, this field has gone through a process of fertilizing just like the way this went, but there was something that was compromised in terms of observations.
Yes.
We have realized that the farmers are very good in listening, but when it comes to applying what you tell them, it becomes a little bit of an issue. So this area was put through the process, as I said, inoculation, Bioprop FHB. That was the primary fertilizer. But how the second process was adhered to in terms of applications, there are a bit of something that were compromised. One, they did not cover the seeds right away when they just placed them on the holes. They exposed that to sunshine for some time. It lasted more than 24 hours before they did that coverage.
Yes.
That affected the activity of the biology, which from our standpoint was a bit, not exciting in terms of speed of activity. And that's why some things were slowed down here. But at the end of the day, you can see that the crop will still perform well, but not as good as the one that was properly followed in terms of procedure.
Protocol.
You cover, the protocol must be to the letter.
Yeah.
Here they covered immediately, but this other one they left more than 24 hours for them to cover. That affected the way the biology works. So in essence, what we have learned from the two blocks is that you could be having the right fertilizer, you have the right application information, but when you don't do it correctly to the letter, then you have varied results from the same product which has the same procedures in as far as information is concerned. So that is really very key. So it's important for the farmer to apply the inoculant fertilizer, use it for your seed application. As you plant, make sure that your seeds are covered immediately, so that the biology is not interfered with in terms of performance and picking. Yes.
Can I say also that there was some effect when you now shifted to add the inorganic fertilizers? You said you wanted to correct it by adding CAN and urea lesser as opposed to this.
Yes, correct. But it's something that we must also appreciate that comes from the inorganic fertilizers. You know, there are things here that we must be realistic with each other.
Yes.
Some of these elements have an effect to the crop directly in how it performs.
Yes.
But where the challenge is how it relates to the soil.
Yes.
These chemicals can actually boost the performance of a crop quickly. That is very true.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll get good yields. When it comes to correcting how the biology is behaving that leads to the yields expectation, in my view, it's not wrong to apply the chemical fertilizer because you are not addressing yields.
Yes.
What we are addressing is the yields performance, directly dealing with the reaction that you're already observing at the crop level from the way the biology was affected.
Yes.
So that is asymptomatic. It's addressing the symptoms, in my view. So at some point, even in the hospital, you can actually deal with the symptoms as you look for a solution that is therapeutic to address the problem. So what has happened here, this is a symptomatic address. In my view, for some reasons, it makes sense. Instead of leaving the crop, waiting for the proper readdress and correction of the biology which has been interfered with to give you poor yields, what you do you can use the synthetic, product to do that, because some of them have, of course, safety consideration in the way they have been manufactured. So it's good to say that it's not in totality that you can forget about the chemical fertilizer, because the